Hey, shalom, shalom, manak na wahai, borisha Allah, hawalakim la tam, call shabawai, baharakha, wakak shaw, Yahweh bahasham, Yahushua, ma'amath, which is truly, hey, with the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh bahasham, Yahushua, to preach to these so called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners, Nachamatam, Kaya, Hamalakwat Hashemayim, Korah, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Laim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Bahasham Cha Wadashwa Mashana Kabadim Zukoim Nawa Wamala Akim Shaw Yashla Zukoim Chagarawa Wa Chasa Washalawam Wa Barakim Laha Bacharim Shaw Ha Gawia Shah Shalom. I saw praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means He exists. Bahasham, in the name of Yahushua He delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which goes into peace. All right, this is Tahoyim Psalms chapter 64, and we'll start at. I'm gonna start at verse 1 from the top. All right, Abal, which is but, Hayawam today. All right, we're going into a word of the day. Hadabar Shah Hayawam. All right, which is IMAQ, which means deep. All right, we'll start at Psalms Tahoyim chapter 64 and verse 1. It says, "Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, because pretty much King David was in the spirit. You've always had like those different left hand groups. Like your Freemasons, your Rosicrucians, the Jesuits. All right, those that pretty much conspire against the men of the Lord, against His truth, chiefly the Lord. Because the scriptures say in Psalm 73. Let's get that. Tahoyim Psalms chapter 73 and 73 and verse 8, verse 9, it says, I'm going to start from verse 7. This is Tahoyim Psalm 73 and 7. It says, "Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish." Hey, and the scriptures say that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. All right, back when they covered up the face of the, the Russian icons. All right, which is which went into the Most High, all right, Yahweh Shah, all right, the saints, all right. So it says, which are Israelites, and it says, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily." Hey, they speak loftily. They speak very, like they're high in status, even though they're the basis of men. All right, and it says, "Speak wickedly concerning oppression." All right, they speak wicked concerning oppression. They'll tell you, hey, your how you conduct yourself can also go into how you speak. So it was one dude. They pretty much, he worked at Burger King. They was like, dude, he wanted to get his retirement, but they fired him a day before the retirement, and all they gave him was a book bag and like a gift card for like 2 Whoppers or something like that. That's them speaking wickedly concerning oppression. They'll tell you, hey, forget slavery. Slavery's in the past. Forget about that. That's them speaking wickedly, because they're gonna receive a just punishment for their actions. Because the Lord don't forget that which is past. Over He required that which is past, which means to seek out, to make inquisition, and the Lord's making the inquisition in the counsels of the ungodly right now. All right, and it says, "They set their mouth against the heavens, and the tongue walketh through the earth." All right, they set their mouth against the heavens, and the tongue walketh through the earth, through their policies and the legislation you see. But then also it says they set their mouth against the heavens, all right, in blasphemy, because they rely on that witchcraft, and that's something that's heavily relied upon in that left hand stuff. And it says their tongue walketh through the earth, right? Their lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Their lifestyle, all right, what they want to push goes throughout the earth. All right, let's get this. This is Jeremiah chapter 12, and we'll get verse 3, verse 2, verse 1. It says, "Righteous art thou, Lord. Righteous art thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee. Yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore doeth the way of the wicked prosper?" Because it seemed like they're in prosperity right now. They're not being judged for all their abominations. So it says, "Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? Thou hast planted them, yet that they have taken root. They grow, yet they bring forth fruit. Thou art near in their mouth and far from their reins." Because the Lord is always in their mouth. All right. And reason being by what we just got. All right. Tahoyim chapter 73 and verses 7 through 9, because they're continually blaspheming the Lord, All right. Let's get this. Let's go back to Tahoyim Psalms 64 And verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, the insurrection, because they're making a uprising against his truth. All right, because what truly holds the power is the truth, you know. So it says, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Which, when you whet a sword, you pretty much making it sharp, you know. Which that word should go into chad or chadad, wet, or no, shanan, because you pretty much your teeth. Shanan goes into sharpen, because your teeth are like sharp, you know. But it says, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right, and these bitter words can be seen in the form of, you know, laws and legislations. All right, pretty much setting up their kingdom to where, um, it's very unbearable for Jake to live in the society. All right, and then also the actual words, you know, they're very bitter. All right, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. You know, they don't care. You know, it's like, it's all, you know, they pretty much use Jake. All right, and then after that, you know, hit him over the head with a sledgehammer, like they said in Django. You know, then also I think the movie was Amistad or Armistead or something like that. Pretty much the Jakes that they couldn't use no more, they pretty much throw him into a ditch and let him die. But it says that they may shoot at him, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. All right, because they do these things inconspicuously, so to speak. But the Lord sees them. So it says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right, because pretty much they pretty much setting up this society in a certain fashion, or ultimately for the death of Jake. Pretty much what I was going into. All right, and they do this and they don't care, you know. So it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You see, but the Lord sees everything. You know, the scriptures say that the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, roughly paraphrasing. All right, it's a lot. All right, and it says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So it says they search out iniquity, so wicked things, wicked gestures. All right, they have think tanks about, all right, how can we destroy this nation even further? You know, I'm gonna get that real fast. It's Dahoyim Psalms, chapter 83. Let's get verse 1. It says, keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashala may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom. And that's pretty much the point I want to get, because it starts with Edom. All right, and then the rest of the corresponding nations, you see, but chiefly going into Edom right now, Adawam, Bahalashwan Kordash, that's how you say Edom in the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew. All right, the Holy Tongue, it says, Psalm 64 and verse 6 says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. All right, and that word diligence goes into care. You know, this is, you know, it gives them a rise, so to speak. It says to search for, to be exposed, to disguise oneself, to make diligent, to seek, to search for. So they pretty much really searching, you know. Let's see what it says. It says in another version, NLT, it says, as they plot their schemes, they say, we have devised a perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are, it's not talking about the human, it's talking about the Edomite. All right. Shalom. And notice they put the exclamation point, because it's a diligent search, like they really want to do it. So it says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So their mind is deep. Now I want to go and touch on that word deep. That's the word of the day, Hadabar Shal Hayamam. All right, and it says, IMAQ. It says deep, mysterious, depths, deep, unsearchable. literally or figuratively. It says a deep thing. All right, which this can be applied to like a mountain valley, or like a someone's mind. All right, and I just want to go into that word. So the first letter in that word is going to be I. Kaya ayan, which is the I, for I. All right, but in this word, it goes into resemblance or resembles. Resembles. All right, we got ma, kaya mayam, for water. All right, and then thing about water as well is water is deep, which we'll get this out of our Tazah, Lord's willing. All right, this is Psalms 104, 25, and then we got Yaramya, Jeremiah. (31) and 37. All right, another thing about water is deep. All right, so let's get these precepts. We'll come back to that, Lord's will. All right, this is Dahoyim, Psalms 104 and 25, and it says, start verse 24, says, O Lord, how manifold are thy works, which manifold means many, and wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So is this great and wide sea. All right, great means a lot or big, like super big. Let's go into the word. It should be Gadol. And it says, yep, Gadol. It says great, large, and intensity, important things, greatness, is vast, Let's get in the NLT. You're right here, NLT, it says, here is the ocean vast and wide, teeming with life of every kind, both small, large and small. So it says, so is this great wide sea, wherein things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. You see, because when you look at water, if you look at the ocean, what's Jake's first response? Hell no. Nah. Like, Jake ain't getting in that water. Jake ain't trying to fuck with the water. If you look at, how we came up, which a lot of that is due to captivity, but Jake don't be fucking with swimming pools. Jake put his feet in the swimming pool, and that's because it resembles the ocean, you see, because when you see the ocean, you're like, nah, fuck that. Like, you ain't trying to swim in it. You might dip your feet in it when you go to the beach. You might walk in the water a little bit, but that's because it's creeping things innumerable. It's a lot of stuff in the sea you don't know about. Esau hasn't even searched out the waters. One time they had this little submarine shit, and it was like a water inside the water, or like a lake inside the ocean, which he couldn't go into that area. And that's because it's different. Or the sea is great and wide, and also the foundations of the earth have not been searched out. But pretty much the point I wanted to get was the sea is deep. They got something called the Marianas Trench. All right, that's like the deepest part, or so-called deepest part of what Esau knows. That's probably the deepest part that he can get to, But creeping things are innumerable, you see, because the sea is a mysterious place. It's a lot that you'll know about the sea. A lot of the creatures, a lot of. Pretty much, it's a lot of creatures. The Lord has a specific number, you see, but Esau doesn't have a specific number, so that's why it's very mysterious. All right. Let me get that too. This is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 37. And it says, thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Yasha'Allah for all they have done, saith the Lord. And the foundations of the earth, Esau hasn't searched all of those out. You see, just showing you that a large portion also of the seas, he hasn't even searched that out. He hasn't numbered every creature. All right, leading forth more to the mysteriousness of the ocean. All right, the ocean is very mysterious, All right, so going back to that word, we got qua, which this represents. That represents that can represent a circle. All right, and I'm gonna go up here. I, we can see that it means eye, watch, vision, serve. You see, but if we was to type in I in the blue letter, I'm actually go to it for edification's sake. All right, the word I, ayan, Strong's definitions, it says outward appearance, before, think, color, conceit, be content, continuous, or countenance, I'm tripping, displease, eyebrow, face, favor, fountain, furrow, him, humble, knowledge, look, please, presence, regard, resemblance. All right, going into the I. So when you look at the word I right here, it can go into resemblance. So it says watch, vision, serve, experience. And you got the ma, all right, which that ma goes into mayam. All right, when you go into water, water explained in the scriptures, all right, is innumerable. The water of the ocean is innumerable. The creeping things inside the water is innumerable. And then also the foundations of the earth have not been searched out by Esau Edom. Hasn't been searched out all the way by Esau Edom, you see, so it's very mysterious. So I'm gonna write that. When you say something is deep, you're saying, oh, it's mysterious, it has depth. All right, and qua, of course, right here, it says summer horizon, call, time, circle. All right, so it can represent a circle. Circle, it says, for a circle, it's going to give us, not Wikipedia, should be Merriam-Webster. All right, for circle, all right, it says ring, halo, something in the form of a circle or section of a circle, such as diadem. It says crown, all right, the crown of your head, something that adorns like a crown. All right, so pretty much going to the crown. All right, so pretty much the top of something. So going back to this, it says circle, all right, it's referring to the crown, the highest part. When you talk about the crown of the head, if you were to rest a crown on someone's head, that'd be the highest point on the head, or close to the highest point on the head. But pretty much it's referring to the head, so the highest part. So like a mountaintop or a head, Ra'ash. So therefore, this word goes into, it says resembles, all right, from the I, ayan, resembles, all right, then it says water, and at the highest part. So what's the highest part on the human body? The head and the mind. All right, and it also goes into, if your eyes were to look at, if you say like a mountaintop in a valley, all right, because at the bottom of a valley usually is water. So from that part, so from looking at the water and the top of a mountain in comparison, all right, you can see that it's a deep altitude, and altitude pretty much means the height of something. So looking at a valley, see the altitude. All right, that's pretty much what that word goes into, because when we go back to this, Psalm 64 and verse 6. That word deep, it says deep, mysterious depths. It says unsearchable. It says literally or figuratively, which is figuratively applied to Esau Edom's mind. All right, and then something that's literally deep. It says what cannot be sought out. All right, because this devil's mind is very mysterious. You know, the scriptures say he he takes those different measures. You know, it says to be deep, make deep. It says causatively deep, deeply depth, be profound. It says metaphorically be unsearchable. It says to make deep, to deepen. All right. And it says make deep your habitations, dwell in the depths of the earth. Pretty much altitude, how something that you can dig that. Like if you was to dig a well, okay, you're gonna dig it 30 feet deep, you know, like pretty much have depth, you know, perceivably by the eye, you know. So pretty much that's what that word goes into. Again, it was La Marshana, to say again. All right, IMAQ, all right, which means deep, or something that has depth. So Adoran Tazah Zabanaya Pa, Lord's will does a beautiful edification through the spirit. While Adoran Tazah Dam Yashi Wam Tawabe, Lord's will, you have a good day. Call Layim La Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shah Bahasham Racha Hakodashe, devil honest to those and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And much respect to you bros out there pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. While Yahweh Mahara, La Bachayarim, Godspeed to the elect. Shalom, shalom.